Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Wednesday to you. Wednesday means that it is time for stamping through my stash. And the purpose of stamping through my stash is that you get to see an entire stamp set all stamped out. Every single stamp I ink up and stamp. And if there are matching dies, I have them already cut out for you so you can see how they work and how they work together with the stamps. Sometimes there are dies included in the stamps that don't have a coordinating stamp to go with it. And that isn't always apparent in the catalog. So this is a great way to see what a stamp set is all about, or a suite. And I find it really helpful for my own stamping that once I ink up a stamp set, I get a better feel for it, obviously, and I can find out if there's anything wrong with it. Now that's very, very rare, but it's always a good idea when you get your stamping supplies to check them out. Your blends, your ink pads, whatever not, check them right away, because there's a 3-month window for most things where you can get your money back or you can get it replaced. But if you wait a year, your chances are very, very small that Stampin' Up! Will replace them, because that's just too long. Okay, so this is a great habit to get into, and I hope you enjoy doing it with me. So my name is Jackie Vander Sar Boot, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, but also in Europe, because I had the good sense to marry a Dutchman, and so now I spend a lot of time in the Netherlands. So I have the amazing opportunity to be able to sell in both markets. So I hope that you take advantage of that. Let's take a look. So here I have the dies. I didn't even tell you what set we're using. We're going to be stamping through a new set called Cheerful Daisies. And it's a little bit mean of me because this set isn't available until May the 2nd, unless you get the starter kit and you want to put it in there. The starter kit is the best way to get a whole pile of stamps for the best deal. You pay no shipping and tax, and you get your own discount after that for 20%. You don't have to become a demonstrator to get the starter kit. So I like to tell everybody that that is an option. If you have any more questions about it, let me know. So first, the dies. So we have all these daisy dies. Then we also have this die that cuts out for the sentiment. And we have this one that does a cute little branch like this. And here is the skinny branch. So you can leave the skinny branch plain, or there's a stamp that goes with it. So I stamped it in Old Olive, and I stamped it in Pebbled Path. Now this has run through the die cutting machine. I don't like to do that on camera because it's just a big clunky mess. If you want to see that in action, I'll do a special video just on the die cutting machine. And so I'm just going to move all of these. So there's 3 layers for each daisy. I'll show you one that I've put together here. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's gorgeous. And then this is the card that I made, and there's a little daisy there. So I'm going to show you how to do that technique afterwards. Okay, so I'm just going to pop all of these out. And this one, I see this, I wouldn't have known by the catalog. This is one die. And then there's little bitty bits that join it, so you can cut it apart if you want to. So that's one die if you want to use it all together. Here are the solid pieces that go in behind. And then there is a little detailed piece that goes on top here. I should get the pokey tool and poke all these out. That goes away. We don't need that. And then I'm going to show you how to put it all together. Now, I have to say, I don't really like doing this on camera. It's a bit fiddly, but I understand the value of it for you, so we're going to do it. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is get a pair of paper snips, and I'm going to cut apart this flower, because I don't think I would ever use it as one piece, because that flower is upside down, and if you do that one up, then this one feels like it's upside down. So I'm not sure what the reasoning was. I'm sure I'll find out. So I'm just going to cut these apart, and then I'll do a little bit of trimming afterwards. The nice thing is that the dies don't move around when you're cutting them. There, so here, I'm just going to cut that little piece off. And now this one. So here, now we have our 3 pieces. And I'm going to cut that leaf off too. Don't need the leaf. So, and then you'll see, you don't want those little burrs left on there. See, there's a little burr on there. That's what I call that little piece that's sticking out. So we're going to trim that off. There. Okay, and I'm not going to poke out those little bitty bits in there. What I am going to do is put all these dies away. And what I do is, here's my stamp case, and I open it up, and the stamps are here, and then I have a magnetic sheet on this side, and I just stick it in there. And that way I can just put all my dies on here, and the dies are with the stamp. And then in the back, I tuck in the thing that the embossing, that the dies came on, so that I know what the dies are called. I know what the number is. You just go like so, and this opens up. See, you've got a piece of plastic in there, and you can just slip that right in. So that's my handy trick for storing them. And the nice thing about that too is that it will tell you on the back how many dies are supposed to be in here, so you'll know if you've accidentally misplaced one, because you don't want to do that. So we'll just put that out of the way. And then we're going to use the silicone mat, and I think I may have zoomed in, and I don't want to be zoomed in. So I'm going to zoom out for a minute. Here we go. There. Because the problem is that when I'm zoomed in, then sometimes I get too far away from, like I get out of the field of view, and then you can't see me. So here, you just kind of want to eyeball it. Yep, that goes on there. And then this is going to go on top. And so what I like to do is I'm only going to put a little bit of adhesive in the middle of this flower, because I like there to be a little bit of wiggle room. I like there to be a little sense of movement, that the flower isn't all stiff. So just in the middle here. Oh, and actually, I shouldn't have done this yet. I've done it now. I'm going to show you something else. You can leave it perfectly white, of course. See, so I've just stamped it in there. But you can also, on this one, I stamped that center light yellow. And I'm not sure. Let's have a look and see what we think. Do we like it pure white? I like a little bit of white, a little bit of pale yellow in the middle. And the yellow that I've used is a new in color, and it's called Lemon Lolly. So let's open it up. To open it up, there's a little lip here, and you hear it go like so, and slide it in. Okay? And now we have to find my stamp pad. We're going to use this stamp right here. Okay? So you just open it up, and here it is. I do have it normally. I took this off. There's a clear piece of plastic that goes over top that protects your stamps. So when I'm using it, I just put it away so I don't have to move it every time. Okay? So I'm just going to lay that stamp upside down, put my block on it, tap, 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 and then right in the middle. There we go. So now I'm going to put this piece on, and I really only want, again, the adhesive to go in the middle. So what I'm going to do is put a little puddle of liquid adhesive. This is our Tombow. If you want to buy this, order it now before May 2nd, because the price is going up on that great glue. So order it now. So flatten your puddle, and then I'm just going to put it in the middle here. I'm not going to put it all the way to the edges. And now I'm just going to lay it down and kind of eyeball it, and then give it a little press. And now there's my first daisy. And see how that's actually, sometimes things happen by accident. You can fluff it up a little bit and make the pieces stick up a little, like so, if you want to give it a little more dimension. Okay, and I should have done that before, but anyway, you can do that, and that'll look nice. You know, you can even have one going. You know how when you pull one, he loves me not, with daisies. Have you ever done that? Okay. I digress. All right, so the next one we have is this, and I find it easy if I have the kind of the flat piece at the top, and then this piece, see the flat here, then I don't have to turn the thing all the way around to see where I'm going. I moved it now. And I'm just going to put a little in the middle here. Oh, it's up like this. Turn it upside down. There. Oh! Yeah, I guess it really wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't have to squawk like that. Anyway, this way you might be awake now. Okay, give it a press. And then here is the pretty little middle piece. And now I'm going to use my sponge. There. Oh, and you know what? I forgot. I want to stamp the middle piece. So there's a littler one there. So I'm going to use this little there. Lolly. Oh, and if you're a little bit off, that's okay. And now we're going to put this piece over top. But isn't that just delightful? Let's zoom in. I think that's so pretty. There. So here we have 2 flowers. And now we're going to make our last one. And the last one is kind of like a Rebecca daisy. So I'm having fun. You know, I wasn't looking forward to showing these dies because I thought it would be fussy, but I'm actually really enjoying it because they are so beautiful. I'm really excited about this. And you know, if you get the starter kit, you can put this set in your kit right away because this was part of our pre-order. And then we don't get to order in April, we don't get to order everything out of the catalog, but we do get to order from a sampling. Oh, guess what I forgot again? Man, I'm not a quick learner, am I? There. See, and if I messed up a little bit, I just stamp again. There. And now this one's going to go around. It's really a lovely yellow. There. And now this piece, now we're going to start our stamping. Here, that one goes with this one here. So, are we ready? And I might as well get the green one out too right away. Okay. Here we go. Now, should we use a different in color? Should I use blue? I'm going to use the blue, the Boho Blue. Here we go. Boho Blue. Don't you love the sound of an ink pad opening up? I do. I just learned a new word for that. It starts with an A, and it's when you like sounds, different sounds. There. And now I'm doing this a little bit from the side. Oh, I didn't do too badly. Very nice, Jackie. Okay, now the leaf. And let's have a look. See, oh, I took the leaf out. I should not have done that. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so for the leaf, I'm going to use Old Olive. See, and I have to be really careful because I've zoomed in, and then it's hard. It's easy for me to get out of the picture. Here we go. Look how pretty that is. And do you notice I'm not using my Stamparatus? The Stamparatus is sold out. I find that it really works well to use the silicone mat as a place to do my stamping. It holds the cardstock in place and just make sure that your ink pads are nice and juicy and you'll be good to go. Let's pick this one and get a bigger block. And now, I haven't used this one yet. It's called Oops-a-Daisy, So Sorry. Now, I don't know if that is a saying that you would use in other countries as well. Oops-a-daisy. It's kind of old-fashioned. You know, you make a daisy mistake and you go, oops-a-daisy. That's when I was a kid anyway, so throwback. But isn't that cute? All right. So, now we're going to stamp the rest of them. I'm just going to close up my lemon lolly and my Old Olive. And now we're going to do some more stamping. I'm going to move these out of the way. And I'm just going to see, when you're done with your adhesive, you can just roll it off like this. And then it's clean. So now I'm going to put my piece of white cardstock. Let's see, am I all the way in? I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that you guys, there we go. Okay. So, you know what? I'm going to stamp this again just so that you can see it. Oops-a-daisy. And let me just get my chamois. So the chamois is what you use to clean your stamps. And I keep it in a clear case and I wash it about once a day. It doesn't look like it, but it does get washed. You just rinse it under cold water or warm water and squeeze till it runs clear. Okay, let's do the words first. Okay. So here we have, well, I'm going to tell you what we have. We're going to find out. Wishing you the brightest birthday. The other trick I have when you're not using a Stamparatus is to count to 5 when you're stamping. I'll do it on the next one. I should have done it this time. It's a great habit to get into. So, tap, 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 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It just gives the ink a second or two. It probably doesn't need 5 seconds, but it just slows you down so that, and now the other trick, so that you don't, you know, pick your stamp up too fast. So with a skinny stamp, you want to lay it on your desk and then pick it up. Then it stays in a straight line. Tap, 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 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You did make my day by showing up today. If you're watching on YouTube, I would love it if you guys left a comment and if you subscribe to my channel. And I'm doing a giveaway. When I get to 5,400 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away the Eden's Garden bundle. That's a stamp set and dies. So I'd say that's worth a try. For me, it's worth giving things away because that's how I grow my business. So that is in Bojo Blue. Isn't it beautiful? Now there is, actually, you know what? I'm going to stamp off again just so that you can see. So there it is in light. And then I'm going to show you the outline stamp that goes with it. Let's see. There. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, goodness, I can't see it on there. There. Is it the same way? I'm doing it off the side. Actually, look at that. You can tell that I've been doing this for a while. I'm quite pleased. Okay, now there's a smaller daisy as well. I might be running out of room. And there's a little upside daisy. I'm going to do it this way first. Here. Oops, that's no good. Let me see if I can double stamp that. Not bad. And now we're going to give it a filling. I'm just cleaning off my stamps as I go so I don't have to do it all later. It's a good habit to get into. So let me just put this in sight. So tap, tap, tap. And because I want this to be lighter, I'm going to stamp off. I've got a piece of scrap paper beside me. And then just hover over top and look how pretty that is. Our photopolymer stamps are wonderful for that. You can see where you're going. Okay, so now here's the little upsy daisy. Here. And now, oh, I should have stamped off. Let's do it here. That's such a beautiful soft blue. And you see how the stamped off image gives you kind of a watercolor look? I think that's really pretty. I fell in love with Stampin' Up because I feel artistic when I stamp. And I'm not so good at drawing, but I can stamp. So isn't that beautiful? And I'm just using one color. You could, you know, do whatever you want. But how are you liking the stamp so far? Are you loving it? I am. Okay, it's time to give our flowers a center. And I haven't stamped the leaf yet, but here is the stem. Okay, let's do that for a minute. Let's see. I'm stamping the stem in Old Olive. I don't want to color over top of my other flowers. I'm just going to do that. There. And you know, you can use that. So, isn't that pretty? Stamped off. And now the leaf. Full strength. Oops. Oh wow. Let's do it again. Full strength. Can I do it? Not bad. And stamped off. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now for our centers. Here is the, you know what? We're going to use wild wheat. I could use lemon lolly. Maybe I should use lemon lolly. Okay. That's what I've been doing so far. So here's the little center. There. And here. That's so pretty. Okay, now I have lost, oh no, there it is. I was too quick to admit my problems. Shouldn't have done that. Here. And you know, I have a hard time figuring it out exactly where it has to go in there, so just stamp off a few times and you can fill it up. Let's see, go up a little higher. There. So that's I think I did them all. What do you think so far? Do you love it? All right, now I need to show you a trick. So what I did was I stamped the daisy on a piece of our masking paper and I cut it out. So here I have the masking paper. So what you do is, let me grab a piece of white. I'm not going to make the whole card because I think I've done enough stamping. And let's just do that for a minute. So I've got I'm making a mess here. I've got a dirty, inky fingers, dirty block. Does that sound familiar? Do you get that too? Okay, I'm just cleaning my block a little bit. So remember how to open the ink pad. There's little grooves along the side. You can't see that there, to put your fingers in. And then there's a little tab here. Hold on to the tab, up we go, and then slide it in place. So, and remember, tap, tap, tap. You don't have to press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's do, we can what, like, well, no, yeah, I should do the outline as well. Sometimes I get lazy and I think, oh, is there a quicker way? I'm not a patient person. And I should have stamped that off, but I didn't. So we're getting a dark daisy, and that's not right. There, just turn like a kaleidoscope, and when it lines up, it's good. There. And I've got ink spots, but that's okay. So now we find our mask, which I have lost. I have promptly lost my mask. How is it possible? Well, it's usually under something. We could play a game. Where is Jackie's mask? Well, look at that. I think we found my mask. Yeah, I just had to share that with you. So we're going to take the said mask and we're going to lay it on our flower. Give it a little press. And then I'm going to stamp this one off. So tap, tap, tap. Stamped off on a scrap piece of paper. And now I'm going to go again. There. And we're going to do the outline. Tap, tap, tap. And now this does take a little bit of patience. So, and of course it takes clean fingers too. That's always a good idea. And we can do the inside of this now. There. Now look, we're going to take the mask off. And see how the flower, see, and then we repeat. Now I'm going to put the mask on this one. Oh, that's not right. Oh my goodness, Jackie, how difficult can this be? Oh, there we go. Okay. I think it was right. I'm going to stamp on this side because that looks better. And I'm going to do the small one. There. And I could do the outline as well, I suppose. If I can find it. Here it is. Tap, tap, tap. I wonder how bad it looks if you don't get it right. There we go. And a little center. Here. You know, you do get inky fingers when you don't clean your stamps in between. That is a given. But see, take that off. And then you just keep doing that. And then you get a beautiful pattern. Let's put that in there. And so that's what I did with my card that I'm going to show you again. And then I thought we would do, maybe if you have patience, we can do one more. I just want to see what it looks like if I stamp it tone on tone. So while you guys are waiting, I'm going to put that card in there. Here, take a look. How beautiful is that? Now you can take a screenshot if you want, and then you can copy it later yourself. That ribbon is also gorgeous. The ribbon comes in all the in colors. So I thought it would be fun to maybe try it with Moody Mauve. So here's Moody Mauve. And here's the ink pad. And I'm just going to use the outline for a minute, just to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And I'm just going to... See, this is just making a simple collage stamp without overlapping, so then you don't have to bother with the mask. But see how that looks really pretty, doesn't it? And then I was thinking there to, let's see, do we want to do it? I'm going to stamp this off, okay? And, oh, that does look really pretty. Okay, I'm quite pleased. No, that's not right. Kaleidoscope, Jackie. Does that look good? No, no, let's see. Oh, it's not bad. It's not, you know what? That's not perfect, but it still looks nice. So now I'm going to try a white craft ink center. That's what I was thinking. And then if that doesn't work, then we could white emboss. But I thought it would be fun to do some white. Yeah, that's pretty. And I'll show you what I was inspired by. Oh, that's not so good. It's off a little bit. That looks nice, doesn't it? I was inspired by some pattern paper. And here it is. This pattern paper. It's all part of the Daisy suite. So that's all I'm going to show you, but I do want to show you a couple more in colors. So here is the wild wheat. That's the same daisy paper. And believe it or not, this is the same daisy paper as well. So I have to say I am falling in love very much, very quickly with the in colors. And look here, it's stamped on white, Moody Mauve. So the only thing I need to do yet is copper clay. And I was thinking about that, and I had card ready to go, but I have now been videoing for quite a while. Here are all the in colors. I should zoom out. And if you check my blog, thepamperedstamper.com, you can join my in color club. And then we're going to be making cards together. You'll get stuff sent to you, and then we're going to do a Zoom. So that's going to happen in Europe and in Canada, and I really hope you join me. It's going to be so much fun. I'm trying to do more organized Zoom classes so that I can see you. I love doing videos, but it's much nicer when I get to see you as well. So I'm looking forward to stamping with you. I'm still trying to, oh yeah, here, this is what I was going to do. I was going to do it, there it is, with copper clay. And then here is the copper clay ribbon. But I think we've had enough fun for today, and this is going to have to wait for another day. So thank you so much for joining me. My hair, and whatever. You're not here to watch my hair. I just, hot flash, you put your hair up, and it doesn't look, I don't look at myself in my camera. I look at that little green dot that makes it seem like I'm looking right in your eyes, and that green dot is you. So thank you for watching me today. Thank you for your comment on YouTube, and thank you for subscribing. And I hope that we get to the 5,400 mark really fast so that one of you will win the Eden's Garden bundle. Thanks so much. Have a super day. And remember, we can change the world together one card at a time. Bye.